Pointers for Upavistha Konasana. Upavistha Konasana is Dandasana with the legs wide. Using her hands to move her legs will help Jane keep her groins relaxed as she takes her legs apart. Jane is hunched forward and can't seem to lift her spine. Sitting on a block will make it easier for her to sit upright. She might need even more height to let her sit correctly. A wooden block will let her feel how evenly she's balanced on her sits bones. To sit upright in Upavistha Konasana requires a strong lift in the back, a firm grounding in the hips and legs, and a light lift in the abdomen. The same muscles that cramp while Jane is in Dandasana may pull her torso forward in Upavistha Konasana. Jane is accustomed to having something behind her to let her know when she's sitting upright. Now she's not sure how much she can lift without rolling over backwards. Working the muscles in her legs and hips will keep Jane from falling backwards. Jane has the habit of overstretching her knees, and the lift gives her more room to practice this bad habit. She may need to put something under her calves as a reminder to lift them away from the floor as her thighs drop toward the floor. If only one leg sags, she wants to prop both calves equally so they learn to work in the same manner. It's important for Jane to spread her legs evenly to avoid twisting her hips and low back. Her left hip is more open, so she needs to bring that foot in to open her legs evenly. As she flexes her feet, she wants her heels to remain resting on the floor. Then she wants to pull up her kneecaps as she stretches her calves to her heels. Jane is confused about which way the soles of her feet should be angled, so she's turned them parallel to the front of her mat. This requires her to turn her ankle. Instead, she wants her ankles straight, just as in Dandasana. As she lifts her pelvis, Jane wants to balance on the middle of her sits bones. Then she wants to lift her torso away from her pelvis as her legs and hips sink into the floor. Finally, she wants to roll her shoulders down and back, rest her hands on the floor, lift her head, and gaze straight ahead. Using her hands to move her legs will help Jane keep the stretch from Upavistha Konasana as she returns to Dandasana.